So the last time that we talked about some general maintenance for our Kodiak, we were talking about doing the slide out seal conditioning. Well, today what I'm doing, I'm giving the Kodiak a nice bath. It's gotten a little dirty. We've gone on a couple trips and I haven't cleaned it. I don't have a set schedule for washing and waxing and cleaning the outside of the camper. But what I do is that if we have a trip coming up pretty soon, which we do, I like to go ahead and give it a good cleaning if we got a trip coming up. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I thought I would go ahead and show you what we're doing up on top of the slide right here. I like to clean this every now and then as well. So let's jump in here and start getting the camper clean. Everybody has a favorite car wash they like to use, right? This is something that I have used for years, the Turtle Wax brand, this one being the Super Foaming Car Wash and Wax. It works good. I use it on the vehicles and the camper. I also have one of these microfiber cleaning cloths right here, and then I have a long brush which is already up here on the top, so we'll get up there and I'll show you what I'm doing there. So it definitely helps to have a long handled brush like this. This is a telescoping handle. Definitely got to have one of these to clean your camper. All right, and what I'm doing up here, I'm washing the top of the slide out right here. We have ours out quite a bit, although whenever we're here at the house and we're not using it for a while, I put it in. But you know, when we're out camping, it's out all the time. So it gets dirty up here. So I like to get up here, you can see that. I like to go ahead and rinse it off, wash it. I'm washing all of the seals as well. And also while I'm up here, I'm gonna be inspecting the seals along here, the caulking, this seal, and I'm just visually inspecting all these places to make sure that there's no issues, there's no torn seals missing or anything like that. You can see just how dirty the top of this slide gets. Accumulation of a lot of dust settling on it, see that? So it's always good to keep it clean, get the dust and the grime off. And my theory behind keeping this slide clean as well, not just the top, but both sides, it helps that seal. It reduces some of the friction whenever this slide is going in and out. It's another reason why I like to keep the seal conditioned there as well. So I get up in here and I make sure that I wash all the seals off with the cleaner and the soap. And I'm also cleaning the side of the camper there as well. But works a lot easier with both hands. I'm just showing you what we're up to. The seal right up in here. Get all that cleaned off right there. You can see just how dirty it gets up here. When I'm out here in the sun washing this thing, well, this is how I always wash all my vehicles and everything. I like to do a panel at a time. If you let the soap sit on it for too long and the sun starts drying it up, it leaves the soapy residue on the surface. So I usually just pick a section of the panel and wash it, try to keep it wet, and then rinse it off and then move down to the next one. Time for the front. You can see just how dirty it is up there. This front section is always the most challenging area to clean on the camper here. And I just start with the top and I'll do half at a time. I'll just get about one half of the top, get it brushed real good, rinse it off, and then I'll go down to the bottom section and do that, and then I'll move across to the other side and finish that out. All right, last section here is going to be the tires and the rims. A little tip, go to the big box store, pick you up one of these kneeling boards. They're kind of designed for like concrete guys that you know, sit on their knees a lot. And I use it all the time around the shop, and especially out here just like this when I'm out here getting down here to clean the tires or whatever. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use what's left of our soapy water here and use it to kind of wash the rim off. These are clear coated aluminum rims, so it really doesn't take much to clean them off. Just like you would wash the outside of the vehicle, the camper. Just use your sponge and your soap and just get in here and just wash it off. All it is just road grime, rain, you know, dust and dirt that just sticks to it. Now, I've always been a fan of the Wesley's bleach white on tires. It does an excellent job cleaning tires down to just good clean rubber. Spray a little on like that, and I take my brush and get it wet. I spray a little bit on that, and then I just go around these tires. That way you can kind of agitate it a little bit and scrub that grime off of them. You see how dirty they get. And then once these things dry, probably tomorrow I'm going to come back out. I'm going to take my Armor All tire foam and spray that rubber right there. It'll make those tires look like they are brand spanking new. It's a little windy today to be doing it, so I'm just going to wait till tomorrow to finish that out. All right, man, the Kodiak is looking good, nice and clean. Finally got that nice little sheen across the outside fiberglass there again. Only thing I left to do, come out here tomorrow and put my tire foam on the tires. At the front looking nice and glossy. We got to do we're going to do the tire foam on these tires too. We just cleaned those. Looking good and clean. So I'll get the tire foam on there tomorrow, and then I'll extend the slide out, and I'm going to go ahead and recondition the slide out seals once we pull this thing back out. All right, so the wind died down. I'm going to go ahead and get this side sprayed here. So this is what I'm using, the Armor All tire foam. Make sure if you are going to use this stuff here, go with the natural finish. It works excellent. The stuff will dry and it leaves the tire looking like brand new rubber, like you just bought them and put them on there. Doesn't leave that greasy, slick finish on there. I don't like that kind of stuff, and I wouldn't recommend it. But this works really good. I've used it for years. And down here, we're right here on the ground. It sprays up underneath there. Just like that. Got a little spot right up in there. All right, so this side right here is done. Other side's still wet. I'm gonna do that tomorrow, but I just wanted to go ahead and get this one in the video here. All right, it is the next day. And I wanted to mention this video, these videos that you're watching are the very first videos of using our brand new Rode Wireless Go 2 mic setup. All right, this was the first time. And I realized that, see, one of the features of this new mic system is you can record in mono and stereo. All right, so you can have left and right channels, separate both of the mics between left and right, or you can combine the two into stereo mode. By default, whenever you get it, it's set up in mono, and I didn't realize that. So part of the video is going to be in the left channel only. It should be set up in stereo mode now. So this one mic should be coming through both left and right channels. All right, so we're going to continue to test this though, but I'm really excited about this new mic system. There's a lot of new features that they've added in conjunction with the original Wireless Go. And now Abby and I will both be able to have a mic whenever we're doing some adventuring. I'll be able to have two mics at the same time, use it in the shop when I'm doing my machining. And I think it's going to be excellent whenever I'm around other people and I have a host or a guest and we're doing like a factory tour or something like that. All right, so we'll talk a little bit more about that stuff about the mic later on. All right, I wanted to go ahead and point out and show just how good looking those Goodyear tires are and those cleaned up rims. This is what we sprayed yesterday with the tire foam, and you can see it might look a little bit glossy, but believe me, it's not slick. It doesn't have that grease all over it like the other ones do. It just looks like fresh, brand new, clean tires. So we are almost done. I need to come around here to the other side of the camper and go ahead and get these tires done as well. Everything's nice and dry. You can see the difference there. This was cleaned and washed. Now I'm going to put the tire foam on there. Once I get that on, we'll move the slide back out so that I can go ahead and give the slide out seals a nice coating. All right, well, this is going to be our first official test video using the dual mic system. So you can see how far away you are from me. I'm standing by the shop.
Yes.
Now Abby's got the camera and another microphone.
Yes, I do. They're going to be able to hear me loud and clear now.
See, I can barely hear you, but hopefully it's going to come good there on the video.
It's definitely going to pick up my snarky remarks.
I also have it in stereo mode, so we'll see.
Okay.
We're going to check it out. So I'm going to go ahead and get these other two tires sprayed with the Armor All stuff right here. And I just wanted to get a little fun test video with the dual mics.
Can you do this on my car?
Can I? I certainly can.
Oh, that doesn't sound like a yes.
I didn't say a no. That's it.
So do you just leave it on there, or do you spray it off, or what?
No, just leave it on and just let the foam kind of dry out, and then it leaves the nice
shiny,
the nice little film on
new
there.
tire look.
Yep, leaves the tire looking new. I know that a lot of people don't care about this kind of stuff, that they really don't even think about what their tires look like. This is just something that I've always liked. I like a clean looking tire. I don't like a greasy looking tire. It looks like it's got syrup on it, but I do like a clean, new looking tire.
Speaking of syrup, doesn't a waffle sound good?
We just had our eggs.
It wasn't a waffle.
That wasn't a waffle. Point is, we're getting our Kodiak nice and clean, shiny for the new road trip coming up.
Not too many days until we leave.
Got a couple more days and we're gonna hit the road. We got some fun stuff to do. We're gonna be going up the Mississippi. I'm gonna hanging out with some friends up there, having a little fun. We're gonna do some metal casting, and then we're gonna head up to Arkansas.
Yes, we are.
Do some fishing.
Yes.
Can't wait.
I can't either.
All right, as we showed in a previous video, we got our slide out seals, our weather strip in there. So I do the same thing with the foam here. We'll do that on all the sides. All right, well, we got the Kodiak nice and clean. It's looking like it's roadworthy again. Got the tires nice and clean and protected there. We've got our slide out seals protected again, and it is looking good. So one thing I have not touched on our detailing and cleaning is waxing. That's gonna be a subject for another time. It is due for a nice coat of wax. I just didn't want to do it this time. I really don't feel like doing it right now because it is a huge task and a big chore. But the wax is going to be coming up real soon, and we'll talk about that later on. But we're really excited about our upcoming trip. So we have one coming up in a few days from now. I'm calling it our spring break trip, and we actually have 3 different trips piled onto one trip. And these all kind of came about at different times, and we ended up making them all work in conjunction with each other. So we're getting ready to head up. First trip is going to be heading to Mississippi. I'm going to be hanging out with some friends up there. We're going to be doing some metal casting. We'll have some video for the other channel there on that. We did this trip last year, and my friend Clark invited everybody back out there again. So looking forward to a couple days there. We're going to be staying at Roosevelt State Park there in Morton, Mississippi. beautiful campground and state park. We really love staying there, so I'm looking forward to going back there again. After that trip, we have another trip that's directly behind that. We're going to be going up to Arkansas, and this was a fishing trip that was planned by Abby's dad and their client who they work for. This is a fishing trip that they do. I think they go maybe every year, and they invited us to come along on that fishing trip as well. So my first time ever going there, it's going to be up in Bull Shoals. I've never been there before, never done any kind of trout fishing on the river like that. So that's in the plans there. Once we get through with that trip, we're going to be coming back home for a very short period, and then we actually have our spring break trip that we had planned a few months back. We're going to be camping out at Gulf Shores with a bunch of family down there. We have other family members coming, staying and camping with us, and we're going to have a nice little fun spring break trip down there, doing some cookouts, maybe go down to the beach and do some exploring down there. So that's the immediate trips that's coming up, our spring break trips. We also have a big summer trip planned. When I talked about, we're going to be doing the Kodiak tour. That is part of that trip, but we have some other things that we're planning there as well for the trip up and the trip back down. So we're still working on that. I will say that we are working on plans for the Big Haul 2021 as well. We pretty much have that in the books, ready to go. We're still finalizing a few things, but we are really excited about the Big Haul coming up again. I mean, we are just like sitting here just ready to go. We are ready to get out of here, but we've got a few months before that's going to be ready, you know, before we can head out for that trip. We are going to be heading out back west again for that trip, and we're going to be going to a lot of new places that we haven't been before. But I don't want to reveal all those secrets yet. We're going to talk about that at another time. All right, so that's enough for now. Hopefully you've been enjoying the content I've been sharing on the channel. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like these videos, and tell your friends about it. You know, let's help me out. Let's get some more subscriptions there and some thumbs ups on the video. And I really appreciate you guys tuning in and watching my little shenanigans around the camper and all the stuff that we like to get into. All right, we will see you on the next video, hopefully on the road.